Hey there everyone, welcome to Amnesia The Dark Descent Part 2. To get started, I figured I'd rant on about a popular horror game that has kind of gone downhill. Silent Hill. This is a graphic novel I'm holding in my hand here of Silent Hill, a collection of them actually, and some are good, some are awful. The first one is just embarrassing. Like I don't know the story, but the graphic art, just look at this. You see that? Outside. See this face here? It might look creepy to some, but to me that's just sad. It went with a cliche little girl character that has some sort of powers, and it's kind of like, why not just make Americans do the whole series? First of all, I'm going to point out the bad things about Silent Hill. The movies. Some people are fans, some people love it. I hated the second one. I didn't mind the first one. The first one was actually worth watching. It wasn't great. It was terrible. And then the second one just done. I was like, no, awful. Because not only did they take a lot of the monsters from Silent Hill 5, which was just embarrassing to play. Again, you're entitled to your own opinion, you might like it, but I like the classic styles. The script was awful, and a good actor like Sean Bean put into something that bad, no. There was this whole scene, skip this if you don't want any spoilers, there's this whole scene where he's talking to his dead wife, and every sentence the wife would be saying, my love, you know, you are my love, blah blah blah. I've never met anyone that talks like that to each other, you know. Maybe back in the 1800s, but no, it was just embarrassing. The monster, granted, the special effects were quite nice. They weren't bad, but it wasn't good for Heather Mason. Or Harry Mason from the games, if you follow. Silent Hill Downpour. Now that is pretty recent, and it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a good Silent Hill game, but it wasn't terrible. The creatures in that game, they're generic. Basically, they took a human being, which is one of the generic creature designs, painted it rusted color and stuck some nuts and bolts in it. That's your generic monster. You know, the best creature from that game was something called the Weeping Bat, and that's still pretty generic as well. And if you actually watch it in a video, it kind of makes you laugh them waddling around the way they do. So, yeah. I've played it for probably about 5 or 6 hours. I found a nice Easter egg where you can find the room from Silent Hill 4, if anyone knows what that is. And other than that, I lost interest. The puzzles are fairly decent, but no, it's not a Silent Hill game. If it wasn't a Silent Hill game, I might have liked it. Alright, let's do some good. Silent Hill 1. No matter how old you are, or how long ago you played it, you can play the first one again and it still creeps you out. Whether that's a nostalgic feel where you used to be creeped out as a kid and it just, you know, it brings back creeped out memories, like myself. Yeah. But I've seen some people who are playing it for the first time and in this era of gaming and they still get creeped out. So graphics isn't everything, and that's pretty much proof of that. And the soundtrack, unbelievable. Good stuff. It's not exactly your typical music that everyone will enjoy. It's more of an ambient fear sound. Silent Hill 2, also very good. I remember the first time we played it on the PS2. If you've played it and seen the first scene where James is staring into the mirror, and then the gameplay starts and he's still staring into the mirror, me and my family were just waiting for the game to start at that point. I was like, oh, the game has started, we can move around. Yeah, that was quite funny. But, you know, it also is quite another good horror game if you want to get into that. PC version, if you do end up downloading the PC version, it's a bit broken. I don't know if there's a fix for it, but yeah, like all the sounds a bit wonky and whatnot. Silent Hill 3, although it's got a bit of a rough start, it's still a fairly decent game. It gives you that initial creep factor that is worth playing for. There was one thing that really bugged me though. These creatures called pendulums. They kind of spin around, and they're okay for a Silent Hill design, but the noises they make, it gets to you. It's not like a good creepy, horrible feel to it. It's more like, oh, shut the hell up! I'm sick of this noise. Yeah, in fact, yeah, I had to mute the game a few times just to get through it because of those particular creatures. And they're not the only ones. They do make horrible, sad excuse for noises. Silent Hill 4, again, never finished that one either. Got pretty far and close to the ending. Yes, different. It is a different approach to a Silent Hill game, but it is good, worth playing. 5 on the PS3. I don't know. Some people said they liked it. I didn't. It bothered me. I just kind of like, no, done. Maybe it's because they implemented a combat system that's supposed to work, but not for me. It did not work. It didn't get me going at all. The one on the Wii, what's it called? Silent Hill Shattered Memories. At first, you're gonna think, crap. But once you get into it, good psychological horror. I've gotten a few different endings with that, and I always went, wow. I played it for the first time and finished it, and it gave me a psychological rating at the end of it, and I thought, pretty accurate. So I did it again out of curiosity, and I did everything reverse of what I would usually do. So it would ask me a question, I'd say white instead of black, kind of thing. And then at the end of it, it gave me another psychological reading and said, it basically said, nah, this isn't what you're really doing, you were just kind of faking it. It is kind of creepy, but it knows what you're doing. So yeah, definitely check that one out. The soundtrack is also very good on that one. And yeah, I've already reviewed Downpour, so I don't think I'll bother the one on the PSP and whatnot. Speaking of the soundtrack, Kira, very good job. Absolutely, it's beautiful. It's worth listening, even if you're not a fan. It's just in some cases it's worth listening. Just yeah. But he didn't do number 6, but they picked a pretty good replacement, Daniel Litch, if that's how you pronounce his name. Hey, you may know him from the main composer who does the Dexter series. I couldn't think of a better person to do it. And if you do listen to the soundtrack from number 6, you will definitely notice it's him. If you put 2 and 2 together, and there is a little Easter egg. I don't know if anyone picked up on it. During one of the hell sequences in Downpour, there's a I forget what it's called, but there's music playing on a stereo system, and it's the song called "Born Free." And if you're a Dexter fan, you'll know that during the first season, Dexter's father would be listening to that or something. Born Free. I can't remember the scenario, but yeah, it was a big piece of Dexter. Anyways, that's my quick rant about another game. So let's get back into Amnesia, shall we? Oh yes, if you watched my last video, you'll notice that I said how much better would it be if there wasn't music for when you're getting stalked by a monster. So I removed the music. If it crashes, well, we'll find out, eh? So hopefully that works. And if it does work and you're interested in doing it yourself, just ask me and I'll happily tell you how to do it. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, that didn't go so well. My computer doesn't exactly like fraps. Forgot it running. Saying things. The frame rate gives me a punch in the face. This looks like some big ass puzzle. Excuse me. What do we have here? Wooden crank. I don't know if it's just me, but the engine on this, it calls for throwing stuff around. I usually try to open the doors slower than that, but the frame rate is kind of not working with me here, so bear with me. Okay. Went through all that trouble chucking this thing underneath for no reason. One of the things I did enjoy, I do like about this game is the creature design. Very unorthodox. It can be misconstrued as funny. You know, I don't know if anybody finds them funny looking. But they are kind of odd, unusual looking, but in a good way. If I recall, there is a book or document in here somewhere explaining that these creatures are immortal survivors of war, like of a war of this era. So yeah, maybe that's true, maybe that's not, I can't remember exactly. Also, I read somewhere that this game is based on a H.P. Lovecraft book, and I used to own the Necronomicon book, and I could not find the book that seems like it's similar to this. Pretty sure there is more pipes than that, but let's go work with what we have. If this takes a while, I'll just speed it up. That's a deep one. I'm not sure what that did. Let's go pull some levers for fun and see what happens, huh? Yeah. Oh, that did something.
Is that you? What are you doing?
Alright, we're back, fellas. It took me a while to get this puzzle, but yeah, I did. If you need me to explain it, you've got to match these weights to the ones on the other side. I just sat there fidgeting with it with those little clicks, and then eventually, yeah, it'll go off. So yeah, that's how you do that. Now what? Alright, I'm gonna do some wandering and pondering again. I'll give it a quick cut so you don't have to wait. Alright, well, after wandering around for a bit, I decided let's go have a look in the other rooms. I absolutely love the soundtrack with this game. Oh yeah. Looks like it still doesn't work. Unless it was this one. Nope. That light here, quite daunting in the face. Alright, well, if you know Amnesia, you don't like water. Not at all.
You're conserving water from the spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mills.
Exactly.
Seems that Daniel has a bit of a simple mind. Like for drinking, the most generic use for water. Oh, they're gonna make me walk in the water, aren't they? I don't want to be in the water. There's fish in there. And other things. Alright, we're in the clear. I think it needs to be flesh for that to trigger whatever's in the water. Rusty chain. My saying for this game, when in doubt, throw a rock at it. It's not always right, but sometimes it works.
August 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
Oh, that's just dandy. Now I definitely don't want to step in the water. But I reckon one of these is going to collapse when I stand on it. Nope. Lucky me. there's one in there. Well, my camera died just now, but yeah, all fixed and ready to go. So let's get back into it. My microphone isn't muted. No, good. Too dark? No, I think it's fine. I don't want to go in the water, I really don't. Oh, looks like we're in the clear. But now... Oh, crap. Oh. What You know what, I'll turn that back on. There we go. Oh, a chest. Look at that. What do we get? What do we get? I think I got a few tinder boxes now. Yeah, 51. Am I right? I don't often light stuff up because, you know, like I said in my last video, darkness is sometimes a good place to hide. Dead end. All this jumping. If this game's trying to trick me, it's not very nice.
8th of August, 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying, but Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
When something like that happens, you're gonna have a bad feeling. Good plan, Daniel. Make it darker. Bloody hell. I really don't want to get in the water. Getting pretty decent with the jumping here. Look at that. Okay. Okay, doke. Better check my sanity. Slight headache. We're doing alright. Ah, that's where it came from. I think. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna have to run all the way over to that steamed area. You watch. I did not breathe when that was happening. Son of a bitch. Fuck you, Thomas. Oh, that fucked me up. Look at this. Barely conscious. Oh, thank goodness. I hate that thing. We'll pick it up.
9th of August, 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
I'll mute that. Yes, I did. Peachy. This is gonna suck. They're gonna make me run all the way across here in the dark. Where's the nearest? Here he goes. There it is. Can't help but think I'm getting something. But what? Mementos? I don't know. I think we might be done here. I hope so. I'm very much disliking this. Yeah, looks like I'm done here. Those water things, can't even see them and they still freak you out. I hope I'm done with that. Okay, pull that broken lever and see if it works. Nothing. Son of a... Put in the machine, providing next to the bridge. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shrunk a little bit. That's better. Back in here we go. So something I have to do in here. Well, that doesn't want to move at all, so it's obviously not the one. Looks like that poisonous gas he was mentioning. Yep. So it's not that way either. Alright, I'm gonna cut for a bit and wander around, so I'll get back to it when it's working. Alright, I have an idea. I hope it works. So I found out I can move this back up. There we go. So maybe I can jump on it. While it's going up. Or maybe it's a... Is it? Yep, it's a time thing. That's definitely prompting me to jump on it. I can't stop it during this time. Fast forward. Did I get it? Nope. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my. Alright. Here goes nothing. If I die. Awesome. Nope, dead. Oh. I kinda wanted to do that. Oh well. Oh no, it didn't send me there. Okay. Oh, that's not fair at all. I keep slouching in my chair. Didn't make it. That's twice. Well, I finally gave up trying to jump around like an idiot and went back here and organised the cogs. And yeah, I finally got it working, as you can see. That's how they were. No big deal though. It didn't take me too long to get the jumping thing didn't work. Not at all.
Take it up the ass, metaphorically. suck on a massive dog, allegorically. Slather spewing dung across a sweaty symbolic ass, and we can make this fuckhole a better world. When you crap this
Oh, at least I can make the jump now.
take it up the
Or
ass.
not. I didn't die at least. That still hurt, but at least it's over and done with. Oh, this should be pleasant. The morgue. Oh, this place looks great.
Do you see, Daniel? It has yielded.
What?
The shadow. It has? For now. Come, let's get this out of here so we can get some peace.
Yes, let's. Where to?
Just down the corridor, to the morgue.
Are there more dead men there?
You did well, Daniel. Come, let's get going.
Are there more dead men in the morgue, he asks. No, there's not. Ugh.
What happened? Why are all these dead? Where am I? What's happening? Help! Anybody! Help!
Oh, this place is certainly pleasant.
3 days now. This is ridiculous. Why doesn't someone come to this room? Hey! Anybody! Am I all alone here? Help! Help! I'm so tired. If I sleep, will I wake from this? I pray my Heavenly Father will take me in my sleep. The shadow. It's close now.
I think that does a good amount of your damage to your psyche there. That's not nice. I'm not putting my glasses on. Screw that. Is this unmuted? Yes. Oh my. Oh. Pleasant.
Different rigor mortis and I hear you breathing, Daniel. changed your mind?
If I remember correctly, this is the guy that has the antidote in him, and I need to do this. Somebody thirsty? God. No. You'll notice that there's no music playing for when he's around, so I don't know if he's there or not. We can obviously hear him, but you won't know when he's gone. Without listening in. It's one of those metal ones. I think he's gone. I hope so. Now that we have the antidote, we should be able to go down to that poison area. Alright, you ready? Here we don't go. I'm gonna call it a night for this for now, and we'll pick up next time. If you like this, like this. If you didn't, it's not very nice of you.